Thing at the bottom, twist it.
No. Down.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Kate.
Yeah.
Woo.
Get it. Alright, this is called Sexually Transmit Me, and I wrote this two days ago, like sitting, getting tested, and just thinking craziness, waiting, hoping it said negative. Alright. In a hard chair, I waited. Felt plastic rubbing time awkwardly in bad postures, which felt like centuries. Saw fingers gripping armrests, trying to soothe anger from white floors that reflected anonyms. Ivory linoleum, the only thing untouched. It spit back opposites like hard truths. We were contaminated, quarantined, boxed in from bland walls, though willing. I would have done anything to be outside looking in, than being just another name on a waiting list with a worried face. But sitting there counting clock strokes made me realize I knew nothing about myself. Made me find answers I've been searching for years, and nervous foot taps and application questions made me feel a fraction of what it feels like to be on your deathbed, hoping that maybe God would spare you in a miracle, like some new medical breakthrough, like Jesus in pill form handed out like last chances, like begging for the same cancer that confined you to death tubicles and jello mold to demolish every ounce, fighting for chances of triumph before unexpected relapses, pleading freedom from respirators and frozen chests and flatline airwaves. Generous like small fortunes and hospital debt fees left behind that your family pockets were never stable enough to afford. I thought of all of this. Reciting prayers I learned 14 years ago back in Sunday school, where I was more concerned about what hid underneath plaid skirts than seeking redemption. Like panty colors foreshadowing conversations I would have with my father. And why I better start bringing boys around before he starts getting suspicious of who I really am. Like self-hatred made mandatory, forced onto me like death sentences. I prayed at a specimen cup like it was Santa Maria for the only thing in life I hoped on failing. Realizing God was the most exploited person used like bailout schemes and scapegoats. I wonder what it would feel like for everyone to question my existence because I didn't feel like talking back every time spoken to. So I motioned my hands in sign language just in case God was deaf and didn't understand desperate monologues, and told her she could call me up anytime she needed a vent, that I'd have a gallon of ice cream and a shoulder to cry on anytime the bustle of the world became too much for one person to handle. Laughing about the people waiting around for relief, pointing out the men with reverse horseshoe hairlines and walking corpses with caked on Maybelline who couldn't possibly get laid. So ugly that even Helen Keller wouldn't have fucked them. I realized I was no better. I realized I was no better than the white woman who clutched her purse a little tighter when I walked by, or the Bible verses thrown in my face like blessings, trying to baptize me of the sins that bleeds through my rainbow bracelets like honor. I throw the same stereotypes I grew to hate, like boiling grease from pan that spatters up it burns skin with ignorance. And I am no better than white hooded devils that hung untold stories like trophies from oak trees I learned back in history class. Trying to count the girls I had sex with in the last year. I subtract numbers and divide by 2 so the doctors won't send body language like warning signs. Won't send clues to an answer I made more like fate from girls I renamed seasons, like summer or winter, because I could never keep them around long enough to remember their names. Maybe because I wanted a little piece of everything, or maybe because I didn't want to keep them around long enough to realize that I wore confidence like armor only to protect the girl who had more scars than lies like band-aids to cover up her ugly. I listened to some boy brag about positive results, proud like kids showing off straight A report cards. I hoped I wouldn't just be another statistic in a generation that uses sex as pastime hobbies and backseats as first dates, trivializing blowjobs, nothing serious like handshakes. Wondering why people stocked up on condoms but refuse to break the mood to use them. Rather play Russian roulette by pulling out and taking 2 seconds to add on years to their lives. Wondered if the extra little sensation set free from latex was worth the possibility of 2 years later, wearing bad choices on your chest like scarlet letters, talking in riddles, and avoiding nothing more than kissing until the moment his lips want to grace your best kept secret. And you ask him are you willing to die for this orgasm, because HIV never showed mercy for pretty girls that looked that seemed healthy. I wondered if we took in truth like lost cries of babies left behind in Nigeria, with the weight of Africa's affliction on our shoulder, took the epidemics into our sex organs if we think twice about putting out before we knew exactly what we were letting in. Running apprehensiveness and people waiting around for death calls. I wondered how many people would make it out here alive. Wondered why the same tactic of survival through creation had vindictive vendettas to tear families apart. And I thought maybe not knowing was better than knowing at all. Finger in the back in the envelope that could hold my my fatal demise in 8 letters, negative. Peaceful like after storm calm, I was relieved. So I sent this copy to my mother and told her from now on I'll start taking care of this body she blessed me with. Sent one to my girlfriend and told her we would start over and I would reintroduce myself and we could learn all the little things we missed and never noticed over the sound of body crashing into each other. So next time it wouldn't be so awkward sitting in that chair, counting clock strokes because I would know sex no longer decide my own destiny.
Who is this? Get dope.
Oh my God. All right.
I'm gonna wrap it up.